This sports broadcast made possible with support from the following. Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your heating or cooling needs, count on Custom Heating and Cooling. Featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service. Find them online at customheating.com. Custom Heating and Cooling, powered by Bryant, whatever it takes. Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? It's Rosen Express online buying made simple. Visit rosenhyundai.com or genesisofelgonquin.com. For the best pizza in town, Wise Guys Pizzeria in South Elgin. Check out our new and improved online ordering at I'mAWiseGuy.com. Tom the Plumber is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at TomThePlumberInc.com. And Daryl Barnes Photography for portraits, family and graduation photos, sports team photos, and more. Contact Daryl Barnes Photography at darylbarnes.com.
Versus the Geneva Vikings for another spot in the semifinals, up for grabs. As the only point so far, a couple of free throws by Benjamin Newcomb. And Carter Martin has it. Now to Newcomb. Newcomb to Hopkins. To Poland. Dorian Poland will pass to Newcomb. And that one goes in the direction of the Geneva bench and out of bounds. The ball will go to the Vikings. Both of these teams won their game yesterday and are also playing for a spot in the semifinals. The winner will play against the Naperville North Huskies, who you just watched take down the Cary Grove Trojans. As that is Gabe Jensen with it for the Vikings. And he'll shake off someone, drive in, and that one is good. Nifty little move by Gabe Jensen to shake off a defender and get a lane to the basket. As Newcomb has it for the Eagles. And that one is up and rejected by Kyle Sugar. And the Vikings will take it back the other way. And that one's up for three, no good. And the Eagles speeding back in the other direction. And that one is taken away by the Vikings. And that one's up for three, not quite. That was Nathan Palmer who put that quick three up. And there will be a foul called, I believe, on Gabe Jensen of the Vikings.
Vikings number 0, Dave Turner. That's his first, team second.
There's a called foul on Dave Turner.
For the Vikings number 10, Cody Rader. Number 12, Aaron Mason Cup.
Cody Rader checking into the game for the Vikings. And Poland. Now Newcomb to Hopkins. Hopkins pass to Poland. Blake's working behind the arc. And it's Martin. And that pass out to Newcomb, and Newcomb finds the basket. Continues to have the only points of the game for the Eagles. All four coming from Newcomb, 2 points from the Vikings coming from number 2, Gabe Jensen. And number 32, Ben Peterson with it. Now Palmer. Palmer to Turner. And that's underneath to Ben Peterson, and there would be a foul called. As I mentioned earlier, both of these teams won their games yesterday. Geneva beat Prairie Ridge in a 57-55 thriller off of a buzzer beater by number 32, Ben Peterson. A fantastic finish in that one yesterday, and then the Lakes Eagles beat Boylan 79-61 yesterday. Both these teams playing for a spot in the semis, as Peterson will take it in. And that's number 10, Cody Rader with it. And number 20, that one's up, and no good. That was David Udaiwad of the Vikings. And that one is up for 3 for Newcomb, and that one's good. Newcomb continues to be a one-man show for the Eagles today, as the Vikings struggling to put anything together. That shot is up and no good. That was Aaron Mason Cup, the Vikings. Gabe Jensen puts it up for 3, no good. And the Eagles are coming back the other way, and that one is tipped and into the hands of Gabe Jensen. And underneath is Peterson, who puts it through. And that'll make it a 7-4 ball game, and Geneva calls a timeout. And while there are some players to watch in this one, Geneva number 3, Nathan Palmer, had 17 points in their game yesterday, and number 20, David Udaiwad, had 20 points, 8 for 9 from free throws. And for legs, you see number 22, Ben Newcomb, but you don't need to tell you that he's already got all 7 points for the visitors in this one. He had 29 points yesterday, and number 5, Carter Martin, had 20, including 4 triples. So some high-flying offenses yesterday. As I mentioned, both of these teams won their game yesterday. Geneva in that Prairie Ridge thriller, and Ben Peterson had the buzzer beater. Just an absolute insane finish in that one. Now, Lakes in their last game was off to a pretty slow start. They were down 17-10 at the end of the first quarter, and then they had a 30-point second quarter that tied the game at 40 at halftime. It does not look like they are slowing. They are off to a slow start in this one with 7 points. And it's Geneva who is off to the slow start, as the Eagles will look to extend their lead. 2:50 left in the first quarter. And Pullen has it to Newcomb. Martin to Pullen. Hopkins. Pass it underneath to Pullen. Pullen at about the free throw line, and there's a loose ball, and it will go to the Vikings. Great effort there by Carter Martin to try and keep the ball in the hands of the Eagles, but no dice. And Nathan Palmer will take it across for the Vikings. The Vikings in white, the Eagles in blue. As Peterson puts that one up, and it rings around, but no good. And now Palmer up for an open 3, and that one does not fall, as the Eagles' Dorian Pullen will get the rebound. And that shot is up. That was Aiden Hopkins. And the putback is good by Hopkins.
Aiden Hopkins.
First points of the game for someone not named Benjamin Newcomb for the Eagles. And that was taken away by Dorian Pullen. And he's speeding across the other side, drives in. That one's no good, but the putback is good by Newcomb. Great awareness there by Newcomb. Just tap that one in. And it is now an 11-4 ball game. The Eagles lead. The unseeded Eagles, I'm at it. Geneva came into this one the number 2 seed, and Lakes was unseeded. And that one falls for the Vikings. That was a 3-pointer by Cody Rader. And that one is up and no good by Dylan McCann. And looks like he'll head to the free throw line.
Fouls on Vikings number 12, Aaron Mason Cup. That's his first, team third.
Aaron Mason Cup wait for the foul.
McCann to the line, shooting 2.
And the Eagles make it a 5-point game.
Dave Turner. Number 2, Gabe Jensen. And number 11, Island Sugar.
Jensen, Sugar, and
Number 20, Lawson Caruth.
And Nelson Wendell, I believe, or that is Peterson, checking the game for the Vikings. As that shot is up. And no good, the rebound Vikings. And Gabe Jensen has it now. Now Peterson. That pass underneath. Couldn't tell if Kyle Sugar ever got a hand on it. Sugar, the 6'7" senior. And that pass is a high one for Peterson behind the arc. And he'll hand it off to Palmer. Driving in, Palmer has a wide open shot behind the arc, and that one's good for three. And it is a 2-point game after Palmer's triple. And Pullen has it now for the Eagles to Newcomb. And that one's put up and good from mid-range by Carter Martin. As shot clock turned off for the first quarter, we have under 30 seconds left to play. And Peterson, the Turner, Palmer to Sugar, dishes it to Peterson. Peterson looks like he wanted Sugar underneath, but the look wasn't there. And now Jensen has it as we tick under 10. And Palmer. That one's deflected away by the Eagles, and this one will stay with the Vikings. They will have 1.9 seconds, or 1.9 second to get a playoff.
Checking the game for the Eagles, number 25, Parker.
And a quick inbound play. See the Eagles playing tight defense. As the pass is out to Palmer, and he puts it up, and no good. The buzzer beater does not fall for Nathan Palmer. And that is it for the first quarter, as the Lakes Eagles lead the Geneva Vikings by a score of 14-10. Another trend to watch in this one is free throws. Geneva Vikings shot 14 for 17 from free throws yesterday. So a team that gets to the free throw line and makes the majority of their shots when they do get there, which can be crucial in a tournament like this, especially when the game is getting close. Those free throws, you got to take them. Got to take those opportunities when you get them. Again, this game for the second of 4 semifinal spots available, as later today the Barrington Broncos will take on the Larkin Royals for the third spot. Jeff Myers and Jim Hinkle, the legendary coach Jim Hinkle, will be on the call for that one. Back to play. As we were just given a lovely performance by that child dancing to Shake It Off in the stands. And now Clayton Barker has it for the Eagles. Just checked into the game. Dorian Pullen. And that ball bounced out of play. Looks like it will stay with the Eagles, as Pullen was working against, I believe that was Turner. And Pullen has it again, passes it across half court to Newcomb. And now Newcomb again has it for the Eagles, and there will be a foul called.
Fouls on Vikings, number 2, Gabe Jensen.
Gabe Jensen, the foul. As Barker will take it in for the Eagles. And Pullen. And that one is deflected right into the hands of the Vikings. Looked like it went off the foot of Gabe Jensen. And Palmer. Working behind the arc against the double team. And it's a deep pass out to Turner. Turner underneath to Peterson, who finds the net. And Peterson makes it 4 on the day for him and cuts his team's deficit to 2, as that one's up for 3, no good. That was Lawson Caruth on the shot for the Eagles. And that one's up and no good by Turner, as Poland takes it back for the Eagles. And now Poland driving in, underneath, that one's up and good. And that'll be Clayton Barker's first points of the game, as Palmer has it now. And that's going to be an over and back. Peterson knocked it back, and Palmer got his hand on it, but an over and back violation.
And number 12, Aaron Mason Cup.
Cody Rader and Aaron Mason Cup check into the game for the Vikings as the Eagles inbound. Newcomb. And Barker now. And Newcomb puts that one up, and that one's no good, and the rebound is secured by Kyle Suger. It's easy to secure those rebounds when you're 6'7". And Turner to Palmer. Now Turner has it again. The Vikings working behind the arc, as Rager has it. Now Mason Cup. And that pass is deflected by the Eagles. And that one's taken away by Cody Rader. He couldn't get a hand on it. He did get a hand on it, he couldn't secure it. Knocked it out of bounds.
For the Eagles, number 12, Aiden Hopkins. And for the Vikings, number 20, David Udaiwood. And number 32, Ben Peterson.
David Udaiwood coming into the game for the Vikings, and Hopkins checking in for the Eagles. As Hopkins has it now, underneath to Barker. Barker will take it out to the three-point line. And now Martin. Now Hopkins underneath to Barker. Barker will dish it back to Hopkins behind the arc. Hopkins driving in, shot clock counting down, and they're gonna say shot clock violation on that one. Newcomb's shot just didn't get off in time. And possession will flip to the Vikings. As shot clock, a new addition to the tournament this year. You haven't had it in previous years. As Udaiwood has it for the Vikings. And that three is up by Palmer, and that one's no good. And Hopkins will secure the rebound. And Newcomb will take it across. The deep pass is intercepted by Cody Rader. And a heads-up play there by Rader to try and knock it off of Carter Martin. And then Carter Martin did the same thing and knocked it off of Aaron Mason Cup. And the possession will stay with the Eagles. Now Martin with the mid-range two. That one does not fall, but they will call a foul, as Martin will go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Number 32, Ben Peterson. That's his team second.
Eagles currently 3 for 3 from the free throw line today. They lead by 4, 16 to 12. 4:37 left to play in the first half, second quarter. And that one's no good. The first miss of the day for the Eagles.
For the Eagles, number 14, Dylan McCann.
Dylan McCann coming into the game for the Eagles. And Martin will attempt his second free throw. And that one's good. And taking across is Palmer for the Vikings. And a deep pass. Another deep pass to the opposite side to Palmer. That's Udaiwood. Udaiwood driving in, and that ball is going to go back to the Eagles. They called David Udaiwood for the offensive foul. And this one was going back to the Eagles, who lead by 5. And Martin. Deep pass out to Poland. And now Martin again. Martin driving in, the pass outside to Poland, and that three is up and catches nothing. As the Vikings managed to grab the rebound and take it back the other way. It's Palmer. And that one is up and no good by Mason Cup. And Raider has it for the Vikings, secured the rebound, and Palmer's up 3. That one's no good, and that will bounce out, and the Eagles will gain possession of the ball.
Fouls on Vikings, number 32, Ben Peterson. His third.
I'm sorry, a foul called on Peterson. Thought it went out of bounds before the foul.
Number 2, Gabe Jensen. And number 11, Kyle Sugar.
And Dorian Pullen has it for the Eagles to Newcomb. And that one's up for 3, and that one's good by Aiden Hopkins. And that will extend the Eagles' lead to 8. And they're going to say an offensive foul? Defensive foul on Ben Newcomb, working against Aaron Mason Cup. And that's Jensen with the deep pass and out of the reach of Palmer. And this ball will go back to the Eagles. Dorian Pullen has it for the Eagles. Now Lawson Caruth, who just checked into the game. Hopkins to Newcomb. Newcomb, that one's good. I believe they called that 3.
Timeout taken by the Vikings.
And a timeout taken by the Vikings, who suddenly find themselves in a 9-point hole. Another reminder, thank you to our season sponsor, Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. Looking for a new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? It's express online buying made simple. Visit online at rosenhyundai.com or genesisofalgonquin.com. One more time, that's rosenhyundai.com or genesisofalgonquin.com. 2:54 left to play in the first half. The Eagles up to an 11-point lead. I believe I said 9 before. My bad. Can't do simple math apparently. 23-12. And we will get back to play. Nathan Palmer will inbound it for the Vikings. And Gabe Jensen, now Raider, Palmer again. And that pass will find Sugar. Now Mason Cup. And that one is saved by Gabe Jensen, almost went over the half-court line. And that one's taken away by the Eagles, who have numbers. That one's up, and they're gonna say out of bounds. It's gonna stick with the Eagles here.
Number 0, Dane Turner.
Dane Turner coming in the game for the Vikings. Now Pullen has it. And a messy play from the start there, as Palmer and McCann were fighting for it. And this one will stay with the Vikings. That's Jensen. Palmer to Jensen again, and Raider has it. A deep pass is deflected by Dorian Pullen, and this one will stick with the Vikings. Raider has it, or Sugar has it now, I'm sorry. Palmer, or Jensen, now Palmer. And Raider puts it up for 3, and that one's no good. As Sugar grabs the rebound, can't quite put it up, and the Eagles will take it back across, but that's taken away. Although a foul is called on the Vikings. Dane Turner. And that is the 5th foul for the Vikings, team foul. McCann will shoot 2. I mentioned free throws as a factor earlier, and Lakes are delivering on their free throws now 5 for 6. And they will try to make it 6-7. And McCann's free throw goes through. He's now 3 for 3 on the day from the free throw line. As Jensen will take it back across for the Vikings, who now find themselves trailing by 13. And pass out behind the arc. Palmer thought about it, didn't take it. Raider will take the shot, and that one's good. Cody Raider nails the 3-point shot, makes it a 10-point game. Vikings are going to need to see a little bit more of that moving forward if they want to get back into this one. And that one's taken away by the Vikings, and the pass is tipped, but it finds the hands of Raider, and he can't secure it. There is a foul called on the Eagles, I believe. So you take another look at 3 by Raider, just wide open in the corner. And the foul's called on Aiden Hopkins, and Raider will shoot 2. 1:18 left in the first half. David Dyewood checking into the game for the Eagles. Now Raider will take a second free throw attempt. And that one's good. And Geneva showing signs of life as they cut the deficit to 8. Cody Raider with 8 of those points leading the charge. As now Hopkins has it for the Eagles. And that one is up and no good. At Lawson Caruth of the Eagles. And there is a foul called. And I believe this ball will be going back to the Vikings.
Lakes number 3, Jordan Pullen. That's his first, team 3rd. For the Vikings, number 2, Gabe Jensen.
Udai will sit for Gabe Jensen coming into the game. And taking it across is Palmer. Now Jensen. And I believe a foul called on the shot.
Fouls on Lakes number 20, Lawson Caruth. That's his first.
Lawson Caruth called for the foul.
Jensen's in the line, shooting 2.
Has Jensen shooting 2. That one's up and good. 3 for 3 on the day, the Vikings are from the free throw line. And make it 4 for 4. David Udai coming back into the game. 51 seconds left in the half. As the Vikings trail by 6. Again, the Vikings in the white, the Eagles in the blue. And a deep pass, Newcomb now has it. Martin puts it up for 3, and that one's no good. Palmer taking across for the Vikings to Udaiwood, who gives it back to Palmer. And now Sugar to Udaiwood. About a second and a half separate the shot clock and the game clock. And Raider has it. Palmer. Vikings trying to drain off as much of this clock as possible. And underneath to Sugar. That was taken away by Pullen. 8 seconds left, and Newcomb will tip that in, not quite, just off the mark. As Palmer's prayer is not answered.
At the end of the half, Lakes 25, Geneva 19. And
a crazy quick finish here to the first half, as both teams with unsuccessful attempts. And the Lakes Eagles will lead the Geneva Vikings 25-19 as we head towards the second half. Again, another spot in the semis up for grabs. And we will be back with some second half action right after this. Lakes Eagles. And taking it in for the Vikings is Turner. And now Jensen, Palmer. Back to Jensen. And some passing behind the arc. Jensen has it again. Now Suger to Peterson. And Turner, a look and survey. About 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Palmer, Jensen driving in, and the pass is deflected. That pass deflected by Benjamin Newcomb, who had a monster first half for the Eagles. And that's an over and back violation as the pass was a little too out to handle for Palmer. And now Newcomb will pass it into Pullen. And Newcomb driving in for the Eagles, and the ball gets knocked out of his hands. It looks like they are going to say that this is Vikings ball, offensive foul. Hopkins whistled for the foul. And Jensen will take it for the Vikings. 6-point game between these two. And Peterson to Turner. Turner driving in, the pass out to Suger behind the arc, and that one's no good. And Peterson with the putback is good. And Peterson will put the first points of the half on the board for the Vikings. shot is up, and believe they're calling a foul.
Fouls on Vikings number 11, Kyle Sugar. That's his first, team first.
Kyle Sugar called for a foul on the shot, and Dylan McCann will head to the free throw line. Great day from the stripe for McCann, who now makes it 4 for 4 on the day. And that next one doesn't fall. If you believe in the announcer jinx, I'm very sorry. 26-21, the Eagles currently lead. This McCann will have another free throw attempt. No good. And pulling. Hopkins. No Newcomb. Hopkins puts it up for 3, and that one's off the top of the backboard, and this ball will change hands. Jensen has it for the Vikings. Now Palmer. And Sigurd Peterson. As Turner has it again. Or, I'm sorry, that's Jensen. Gabe Jensen. Now Turner to Sugar. Little bounce pass to Peterson. Geneva trying to make something happen behind the arc. Sugar's shot is up for 3, and that one's no good. And Carter Martin looked like he was in trouble there. Managed to get the ball out of harm's way. Now Pullen's pass finds Hopkins, back to Pullen. And Martin. Couldn't tell if there was a pass off there, if it got deflected, but either way, the Vikings are coming back the other way, and Jensen, the miss, and I believe, is there a foul or a timeout? I saw both signals, I think.
We have a technical foul called against Vikings number 2.
And Gabe Jensen gets called for the technical.
Martin's the line.
And Martin will shoot the free throws. And that one falls. And second one does as well. Make that 5 points on the day for number 5, Carter Martin. 5:44 left to play in the third quarter. And the visiting Eagles lead the home Vikings 28-21. And Martin. Now Hopkins. Pullen. And Newcomb will drive in against Peterson. He'll come back out, Pullen. That one's deflected off the hands of a Viking. They'll stay with them, as I believe they said Pullen stepped out. And Palmer taking it for the Vikings. To Rader. Low scoring affair in this one so far, only 28-21. As Udaiwood driving in, puts it up, and that one's no good, and Newcomb will secure the rebound. And a pass to Pullen. And a travel is called. And Palmer has it. Now Rader. Udaiwood. Peterson. And Palmer. Back to Peterson. And that one's up for 3. No good. And they're going to say jump ball there. Looked like 2 Vikings were tied up against Darian Pullen of the Eagles. Udaiwood got the tie up. And now Pullen has it for the Eagles. To Newcomb. Newcomb, the pass deflected, still handled by Hopkins. And a foul is called.
Fouls on Vikings, number 30, Nathan Palmer. That's his first. Third.
Nathan Palmer's first. And Hopkins will inbound for the Eagles. And quick pass to Pullen. Pullen, take it across center. And that one's to Martin. Martin driving in, pass it back out behind the arc to Pullen. And a travel is called. It's the second travel on the Eagles in the past few minutes, as I believe Pullen got whistled for both. A 7-point game, 28-21. Eagles currently lead the Vikings. Peterson finds Rader. Rader to Turner, passes out to Peterson, and that's taken away by Ben Newcomb. And he can't get the shot off, and this one's going to go back to Geneva. Great defensive play by the Vikings there as Newcomb mishandled the layup attempt. And no harm, no foul off the takeaway for the Vikings. Or off the turnover for the Vikings, I should say. And now Jensen to Palmer, Turner, back to Palmer. And Jensen, now Suger. And that one's up for three and did not get there. The ball is kept in by the Vikings. What a play by Aaron Mason Cup to keep it alive, as now the ball is taken away by the Eagles, but a foul is called. Aaron Mason Cup gets whistled for the foul, and the Eagles will take it back. Just got a little too handsy, Mason Cup did. And Pullen carried across. Now Hopkins. High pass over to Martin, and Newcomb now. Driving in, working against Mason Cup, and that's going to be a foul.
Fouls on Vikings, number 12. Aaron Mason Cup, this is his third, team fifth.
Mason Cup with his third foul of the day, working against Newcomb. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Mason Cup take a seat here. 3 fouls. As Newcomb gives us our first points in what feel like a while.
Geneva, number 10, Cody Rader.
And Rader checks in for Mason Cup. Newcomb, second free throw is good. It's been a slow second half so far, as we have 3 minutes left to play in the third quarter. And Suger has it now for the Vikings to Palmer. Palmer with pass to Suger. And they're going to say off. They're going to say foul on Newcomb. Just didn't quite have his feet set there against Suger. And this one will stay with the Vikings. Suger again. Now to Palmer. Palmer with the lay-in. That one's good. 7-point game. The Eagles currently lead the Vikings 30-23, as that shot is up and good.
Dylan McCann.
Quick shot there by Dylan McCann lands. And Palmer, that pass is over the top of the head of Turner. Ben Peterson, the hero of the Vikings last game, checks into this one. Gabe Jensen, now Palmer. Jensen puts it up for three, and that was deflected by Carter Martin. And the Eagles try to speed back the other way. There's a whistle.
Oh, timeout taken by the Eagles.
A timeout taken by the Eagles off of a great defensive play by Carter Martin. And this timeout sponsored by Custom Heating and Cooling. For all your heating and cooling needs, count on Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland, featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service. Find them online at customheating.com. Custom Heating and Cooling, powered by Brian. Whatever it takes. Again, that's customheating.com. A slow first half so far, as we're sitting at 32-23 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Very low scoring affair, lots of defense, lots of free throws as well. Specifically for the Eagles, who, if I can count it up quickly here, have, well, I can't, there's a lot, let's just put it that way. There's a lot by the Eagles, and I have them all scattered around my score sheet. It's hard to count, but they have been very good from the line, only missing 3 times. On 12 attempts, so 9 for 12 from the free throw line for the Eagles. And now Pullen will take it in for the Eagles, looking to extend their lead. They're up by 9. Martin puts it up for 3, and that one's no good. And the Vikings will take the rebound, and Raiders taking it back. And now Turner. Back to Rader, puts it up for 3, no thank you. And Turner will take the rebound. And that shot is up and off the rim. And Newcomb will take the rebound for the Eagles. And that one's taken away by Palmer. And Rader driving in against Newcomb. And they are going to say defensive foul on Ben Newcomb.
Foul on Lakes, number 22, Ben Newcomb. That's his third.
That's Newcomb's third. Been having a great game for the Eagles so far. He might need to take a seat, and he will. Coming into the game for him is Lawson Caruth. And now Rader has it for the Vikings. Driving in, puts it up, and that one falls. Thought about it for a second, and then it decided, yeah, I'm gonna fall in on this one. 1:30 left in the third quarter. And that one underneath is good.
Dylan McCann.
By Dylan McCann. And Rader has it now to Rader again. And now Peterson up and in. Ben Peterson makes it 8 points on the day as we have a minute left in the third quarter. And that one is taken away by Geneva. Almost went out of bounds, but did not. It was able to be saved, and Dane Turner's taking it back. And now Rader, the drive, the shot is good. Cody Rader brings the Vikings within 5, and the Geneva bench getting into it now. As Carter Martin passes to Hopkins. Now to Pullen. And Caruth to Pullen again. Hopkins, 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Pullen. Is it and a foul is called? I believe they said on Gabe or on Cody Rader.
Pullen to the line, shooting 2.
Pullen to the line, no points in this game so far. 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Free throws would be crucial to extend the lead, and the first one falls out. Eagles only lead by 5, up 34-29. 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Might be in for a close finish here. These free throws become ever more important as the second one falls. And Jensen taking across for the Vikings. Passes to Peterson. And now Jensen has it again. And passes deep to Rader. Rader finds Turner behind the arc, and that one's no good. And that will bring the third quarter to a close.
At the end of 3, Lakes 35, Geneva 29.
And we've played 3 quarters, and these teams are separated by 6. The Eagles lead the Vikings 35-29. Some point totals. We have 8 points for Dylan McCann in this one so far, and 14 for Benjamin Newcomb. And for the Vikings, 8 points for Ben Peterson, and 12 points for Cody Rader. Not many points to go around in this one, only 35-29. As we remind you of another one of our sponsors, Wise Guys Pizzeria. For the best pizza in town, it's Wise Guys Pizzeria in South Elgin. Check out their new and improved online ordering system at I'mAWiseGuy.com. See their catering menu online for parties or any occasion. It's all there. I'mAWiseGuy.com. As we see this child again, she's calmed down from the last time we saw her. She's really enjoying the Taylor Swift earlier. And the Eagles once again lead by 6 in the competition for the second of 4 semifinals. The next two coming up later tonight, the Barrington Broncos and Larkin Royals next. Again, Jeff Myers and the legendary Coach Hinkle on the call for that one. As Jensen has it now for the Vikings. Peterson. Palmer. And now Rader. Rader has it again, pass to Palmer. Palmer in the center, now to Peterson, and he'll just put it up for 3, and that one's no good. Not entirely sure what he was thinking there, just took a second and decided he was going to launch it. And Palmer puts it up, and that one's good. And the first points of the fourth quarter go to the Vikings. They trail by 4, 35-31. A defensive battle between these two. Pullen. Hopkins now. Technical difficulties with our score bug. It is 35-31. The Eagles lead the Vikings as the Vikings are taking it back the other way. Now Rader puts it up for 3. Contested, no good. And Martin secures the rebound. And the Eagles will rush back. Pullen now. Hopkins. Pullen. And that's Newcomb. The pass to McCann. McCann to Martin. Martin puts it up, and there'll be a foul called. And Martin will look to extend the lead via free throws for the Eagles.
Fouls on Vikings, number 0, Danny Turner. That's his third, team first.
Martin
to the line.
Martin 3 for 4 from the free throw line. And the Eagles will look to get their first points of the fourth quarter, and they do. (36-31). Martin will take another attempt. And that one's no good, rebounded by the Vikings. 6.5 left to play. These teams separated by 5 as the Vikings look to cut into that Eagles lead. And Palmer puts it up for 3. No good, but they're going to say a foul, and Palmer will shoot 3 free throws. That could be huge.
Second, team first. Palmer to the line, shooting 3.
Never want to foul on a 3-point shot. A low percentage shot, you just get a bit too much contact, and now they have a chance for 3 free throws. And the first one falls for Palmer. That'll make it 36-32. And the second one falls. Didn't look like it was for a second there, but it managed to just tip right in. And Palmer with the chance to make this a 2-point game with his third free throw. And that one lands. And it is a 36-34 ball game. 1 possession. The Eagles look to extend their lead. Need some tough defense here by the Vikings. Newcomb. And now deep pass to Martin. Martin open with the pass out to Hopkins, and that one falls. And Aiden Hopkins extends the Eagles' lead as Udaiwad. And now Palmer, Turner. Turner driving in with the pass out to Udaiwad behind the arc, and that one's up and good! David Udaiwad. Player to watch I had in this game. He's been quiet up until now. but a big-time 3 for Udaiwood. And pass the McCann, timeout called by the Eagles as we have a 1-point ball game. As I mentioned, Udaiwood a little quiet. Hopkins was closing in there, but he managed to get the shot off, and it did in fact land. 5:45 left to play, 38-37. The Eagles currently still lead, but the Vikings are knocking on the door. Man, who said low-scoring basketball can't be fun, right? 38-37 with 5 minutes left to play, but this game has been a great time so far. And we're in for a thrilling finish, I'm sure. Geneva used to thrilling finishes. They had one just yesterday against Prairie Ridge. Let's see if those late game reps can help them here as the Eagles have it. Now Martin to Hopkins. Hopkins pass to Martin and pulling up for 3. That one's good. And that will make it a 4-point game, 2 possessions as the Vikings look to respond. Now Palmer. Turner. Back to Palmer. And that one is taken away by the Eagles. And I believe there's a foul called on Turner. Got a little bit of a push there. I think he just wanted to prevent a clean break by pulling.
Checking the game for the Vikings, number 11, Kyle Sugar.
And Kyle Sugar coming into the game for the Vikings. Got a lot of height in that lineup with the 6'7" Kyle Sugar, as well as the 6'5" Ben Peterson. See both of them underneath the rim here, playing defense. As McCann, that one's tipped away, and Udaiwood has it now for the Vikings. And the pass finds Palmer. And Palmer underneath to Peterson, and back out to Udaiwood behind the arc. And pass to Peterson. Peterson, the lay-in is good. And Hopkins has it for the Eagles, and Newcomb puts it up. He's been scoring in bunches all day. Makes that look easy. As 4 points separate these teams. And Palmer makes it 2. Nifty little driving and shot by Nathan Palmer there. Martin, now Newcomb. Vikings playing tight defense. Newcomb across the Eagle. And McCann working underneath against Sugar. And there is a foul. I believe the foul called on Sugar.
Fouls on Vikings, number 11, Kyle Sugar, second, team third.
And the Eagles look to inbound.
Number 25, Clayton Barker.
Clayton Barker coming into the game for the Eagles. And Gabe Jensen coming into the game for the Vikings. As Martin has it now right across the Eagle. And Newcomb to Hopkins. Hopkins driving in, pass somehow finds Martin, and that one's off the mark. And the rebound is taken by Hopkins, and almost taken away by Palmer. And Martin will keep a handle on it, and Palmer will get whistled for a foul. So the Vikings coach watches on in anticipation. Pulling. To Hopkins. And now Newcomb. Pulling. Pulling driving in. And now Newcomb will take a shot behind the arc, and that one's no good. And Udaiwood picks up the rebound for the Vikings. And Palmer's shot is up and no good, but he will head to the free throw line. And Palmer looks to be hurt.
On Lakes, number 25, Clayton Barker. That's his first, team second. Palmer to the line, shooting 2.
Palmer will shoot 2 at the line. Perfect 3 for 3 on the day so far. There's not many free throw attempts for the Vikings in general, but they have made all of them, 7 for 7. And Palmer makes it. And it makes it a 1-point game, 3:19 left to play.
Dylan McCann.
Palmer with a free throw to tie the game. And it's no good. And the Vikings will continue to trail by 1. Pullen coming back the other way for the Eagles. Driving in quickly, and he'll stop and take a second. Hopkins, that one's up and no good. And Suger grabs the rebound. And now Jensen coming back for the Vikings. Now Palmer. Palmer with the deep pass to Suger. Suger up for 3, and that one's no good. The rebound by Peterson is knocked away, and there is a foul called. And Peterson will head to the line.
Third. Peterson to the line.
Has 10 points in this one. Ben Peterson, the hero of the last game against Prairie Ridge, the buzzer beater. And that one lands, and we have a tie ball game, folks. Peterson for the lead. 2:53 left. That one's good.
30-second timeout taken by the Vikings.
And the Vikings call a timeout. They've been trailing the entire game. They finally have a lead in this one. 1 point, 2:53 left to play. These are the moments that you live for. A 1-point game, 3 minutes left. And I'll tell you what, if I'm Lakes on this possession, I'm looking for none other than number 22, Ben Newcomb. The best player of the game. He's 4 for 4 on free throws, and he also has a total of 16 points in this game. He leads the team. And you can do a lot of things. You can shoot it from behind the arc, you can shoot it down low. He's been showing a little bit of it all today. And on this possession, he's the guy I'd be looking for on the Eagles to take the lead. And Dorian Pullen taking it across for the Eagles. Now Newcomb. Martin to Pullen. Now Hopkins, Aiden Hopkins to Pullen. Pullen with the pass underneath to Martin. It's taken away by the Vikings. And Gabe Jensen takes it back across. To pass to Palmer. And Palmer, the shot is up and does not land. And Newcomb takes the rebound for the Eagles. And Martin has it, now Pullen. And he pulls up, and that one's no good. And that one will be out of bounds. The ball will go to the Vikings. A close game, every possession matters in a game like this. When points are at a premium, I'll see if the Vikings can extend their lead here. Gabe Jensen. Nathan Palmer. To Jensen. And now Rader has it. Back to Jensen. Geneva working behind the arc, still with the 1-point lead. Palmer. Now Peterson. Peterson hands it off to Palmer. Palmer for Rader. Rader drives in, and the pass is just off the mark of Peterson. All right, and Pullen has it now for the Eagles. Now Newcomb, back to Pullen. Pullen to Hopkins, and Martin. Pullen. And Hopkins. And Hopkins, shot is up and good. And the Eagles now have the lead. The clock will tick under a minute, 44-45. the Vikings. Peterson has it now. And that one's up for three for Jensen, and that one's no good. And the Eagles will gain possession back. And I believe a timeout was called. Lakes calls a timeout, a 1-point lead, and they'll look to extend it here. And a reminder, this timeout brought to you by a couple of our sponsors. Tom the Plumber. Tom the Plumber Inc. is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at tomtheplumberinc.com or give him a call at 847-513-3971. That's 847-513-3971. And also Darryl Barnes Photography for portraits, family photos, graduation photos, sports team photos, and more. For all of your photographic needs, contact Darryl Barnes Photography. You can find Darryl Barnes online at darrylbarnesphotography.com. And a thriller brewing here in the Jacobs High School gym. Again, the Eagles lead by 1, 45-44. 52 seconds left. Eagles have possession. The Vikings will get another possession regardless, given the shot clock sitting at 33 seconds. So if you're Lakes, you're looking here to burn some clock as much as possible, but not give the ball away and still come out of this possession with points. And Ben Newcomb passes it into Poland. Newcomb driving in, and Hopkins has it. Underneath is Newcomb, the shot is up, and that ball is going to stay with Lakes. As Jensen got his hand in there, and now Newcomb takes it back. And Pullen. Come back across, 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Martin to Pullen. Pullen will hold. And Martin passes underneath to McCann. Newcomb thought about the three, didn't take it. Martin, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Pullen has it. And driving in. And Hopkins' shot is off. No, it is not. A shot clock violation on the Eagles, as Hopkins just got that shot up a little too late. 19 seconds left. And Cody Rader checks into the game. He's the guy I'd like to see take this final shot for the Vikings. Nathan Palmer, as well, a great shooter. And Gabe Jensen has it for the Vikings. 15 seconds left. Timeout is called by the Vikings.
Timeout. Taken by the Vikings.
Now, we saw this in the last game against Geneva, where it was a outside-inside look, and Peterson took the final shot. From right underneath, it was a lay-in attempt that fell and propelled the Vikings to a win. And I wonder if we might see something similar here. We'll see who the Vikings come out with, but I would think Cody Rader might take the shot, or perhaps Nathan Palmer driving in. But in the paint, Peterson is your guy. 12 points, 5 shots, all of them come from 2-point range today. He's the guy you'd be looking for underneath. And like I said, Rader and Palmer are probably two of the best shooters on the team. If you can't get something right underneath, you'd be looking at one of them. It's number 10 and number 3 for the Vikings. If you're Lakes, you just have to play good defense, man up, don't let your guy off you. Nail your switches, and you just got to hold on for 15 more seconds. Rader on the bench for the Vikings this final possession. Palmer is out there, as is Suger. And Turner has it. Or now Turner. That was Jensen. Now Peterson. And that one up and no good. And Martin will take the rebound and a foul. Dane Turner with a take foul to keep any slice of hope for the Vikings alive. And Carter Martin take the biggest free throws of the game. As Martin head to the line. I thought it was a take foul on Palmer. He looks like he didn't think there was contact. Martin. First one is up. It's a 2-point game. Likely to not matter with 2 seconds left. It's going to be a 3-point shot for the Vikings. Just will it be for a tie or for the win? It'll be for the tie.
30-second timeout taken by the Vikings.
And timeout Vikings. I might want another look at that Palmer foul. He looked beside himself by that call.
Let's get down.
3-point game. 2.1 seconds left. You're looking at potentially just a quick catch and shoot for the Vikings. Just a matter of how far the pass is going to be, but I think it's going to be a prayer Hail Mary type shot. And Peterson will take the inbound. Watch for Nathan Palmer here, number 3, about the half-court line. Udaiwad's down deep, as is Kyle Sugar. And the deep pass does not connect. The shot is off, and it's good! Unreal! Gabe Jensen with the fadeaway 3 as he was falling to the ground. Unreal shot by Gabe Jensen. The prayer is answered. And I think they're going to look at this. I think they're trying to figure out whether it was 2 or 3. It looked like 3 to me.
And we're going in overtime.
And we are going to get overtime. Absolutely incredible by Gabe Jensen. Wow. Four-minute overtime periods. What? 4-minute overtime period. What a game this has been. Gabe Jensen with the heroics for the Vikings. And they just have a knack of pulling these types of finishes off. I mean, they haven't pulled it off yet, but to tie the game is just incredible after a thriller yesterday as well. Ben Peterson was the hero then. This time, it's Gabe Jensen. And it's the final countdown, 4 minutes. A spot in the semis on the line. Winner will play Naperville North in the semifinals tomorrow. And we are off. Gabe Jensen now has it for the Vikings. Udaiwad. Now Peterson. And Palmer almost mishandled the pass, managed to get a hand on it. Udaiwad driving in, puts up the mid-range, and it does not land. Rebound is handled by the Vikings as Jensen gets a pass off to Palmer. Palmer and Sugar puts up the 3. That one's good. And the first points of the extra period go to the Vikings. Can the Eagles respond? Pullen, now to Newcomb. Martin. And Hopkins. Finds Newcomb. To Martin. Working behind the arc. Martin to Pullen. Pullen, double teamed, looking for a way out, and he finds it in Hopkins. And the pass is underneath to McCann, who puts it up, and that one's good. And I believe there was an offensive foul called before the shot on McCann, so that one will not count. As Jensen has it now, his team is a 3-point lead. 2:48 left. Jensen, and that one is up for Palmer, and that one's good. And 22, Newcomb with it. Pullen to Martin, back to Pullen. And Hopkins, now Newcomb. Newcomb underneath to Hopkins, and that one is up and no good. And Lakes gets the rebound, but there's contact.
Fouls on Vikings, number 20, David.
And foul is on Udaiwood. 5-point lead for the Vikings as Aiden Hopkins will have a chance to shoot a couple. No free throw attempts on the day for Hopkins. As that one went through, but Udaiwood looked like he was getting in there like a lane violation, but free throw counts anyways. And the second one goes up and through. And now Gabe Jensen has it for the Vikings. 2:15. Udaiwood. Now Jensen. To Peterson. And Jensen. Suger thought about the three-point, didn't take it. And Jensen driving in. Pass out behind the arc and up for three is Palmer, and that one's no good. And the rebound is taken by Peterson, and Jensen's shot lands. Holy moly, Gabe Jensen in this game has been a clutch presence for the Vikings. And now Pullen has it for the Eagles. They trail by 5, a minute and a half left. Newcomb to Hopkins, underneath to McCann. McCann finds Pullen behind the arc. Pullen driving in, gets it out to Martin behind the arc, and that one rings out as Udaiwood gets the rebound for the Vikings. Might see a combination of bleeding clock and trying to get points here for the Vikings. Make it a little bit more of a comfortable lead as Udaiwood working against Pullen. And now Palmer. Pass back out to Udaiwood. Jensen, man of the hour for the Vikings so far. And that one's up for Suger. That one's good! And Kyle Suger had the first points of overtime, and he extends the lead some more to 8 points as the Eagles need something quick. And that shot is up for McCann for three, and that one's no good. The rebound is taken by Hopkins. Pullen puts it up for three, and that one lands. 35 seconds left. Dorian Pullen, and there is a timeout taken. 34.6 seconds left. We've got a 5-point game. And the twists and turns in this one have just been remarkable. Reminder, the winner of this one will play the Naperville North Huskies in the semis tomorrow. And stay tuned for the Barrington Broncos versus the Larkin Royals coming up next after the conclusion of this one. Jeff Myers and Coach Hinkle on the call for that one. As shot clock's turned off, Vikings look to hold. Eagles are going to try and get a turnover. And that one's going to stay with the Vikings. Shot clock's turned off, so if you want to change the possession, you're going to have to foul, and that's exactly what the Eagles are doing. Is Martin fouls Gabe Jensen.
Fouls on Lakes, number 5, Carter Martin, that's his first.
And you had the foul to give. So Udaiwood almost taken away by Martin. Jensen manages to get a handle on it. And Palmer has it. Now to Udaiwood. There is a foul called on the Eagles.
Fouls on Lakes, number 12, Aiden. Udaiwood at the line, shooting 2.
Udaiwood will shoot 2. and that one's good.
Checking into the game for the Vikings, number 11, Kyle Sugar.
Vikings putting Kyle Sugar back in the lineup as for some size. Feel these last defensive possession, maybe last few. They're lucky enough. The Eagles are lucky enough, I should say. Newcomb, pass out to Pullen, 7 points. And Pullen puts it up for 3. They need a quick score. They will not get it. And that ball is out, and it will stay here. Eagles, 12 seconds left. They're going to need a quick score. And it might be a little too late. It's a 3-possession game, 12 seconds left. You might need a miracle. That one's up for Newcomb, no good. And Hopkins keeps it in, and that's taken away by Udaiwood. And that should do it, folks. And Gabe Jensen ends the game with the ball in his hands. And what a game! The Geneva Vikings take down the Lakes Eagles. The second seed in the tournament survives. And I will be talking in just a moment with Gabe Jensen. I'll be sure to ask him about that heroic shot at the end of regulation to bring this game into overtime. And you're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned. Expecting to be the one to take the shot.
Yeah, you know, we kind of work on that play in practice, just like final few seconds shot. So we've worked on that before. It's just kind of got lucky tipped to me, so I tried to throw it up the last second.
Did like practicing it come with the falling away as the clock expires, or was that just some extra theatrics?
Just some extra theatrics, not really.
You got to make it look nice. And now you guys move on to play the Naperville North Huskies tomorrow in the semifinals. What are you looking to do to build off of these past 2 wins, both of them real close wins?
Yeah, just trying to get off to a better start early. We've gotten off to a slow start these first 2 games, so just getting off better early.
All right, and that is the hero, Gabe Jensen, for the Geneva Vikings. Thanks, Gabe. Fading away, what an incredible shot. Just a beautiful play by Gabe Jensen. And the Vikings move on again to play the Naperville North Huskies tomorrow. But next up, we have Jeff Myers and Jim Hinkle on the call for the Barrington Broncos versus the Larkin Royals. So stay tuned, you're not going to want to miss.
This sports broadcast made possible with support from the following. Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your heating or cooling needs, count on Custom Heating and Cooling. Featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service. Find them online at customheating.com. Custom Heating and Cooling. Powered by Bryant. Whatever it takes. Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? It's Rosen Express online buying made simple. Visit rosenhyundai.com or genesisofelgonquin.com. For the best pizza in town, Wise Guys Pizzeria in South Elgin. Check out our new and improved online ordering at I'mAWiseGuy.com. Tom the Plumber is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at tomtheplumber.inc.com. And Daryl Barnes Photography for portraits, family and graduation photos, sports team photos, and more. Contact Daryl Barnes Photography at darylbarnes.com.